This is an Abundant Insight. My name is Lawrence Jacobs. I'm a financial advisor with the Principal Financial Group. Been in business over 20 years and work primarily with business owners. My real passion, though, is learning and reading. So I read about 50 to 100 nonfiction books a year and love to discuss books. Carl asked me to pick up a book, a really interesting book I read recently on leadership. And I chose a book called It's Your Ship, Management Techniques from the Best Damn Ship in the Navy. The author's name is Dr. Captain D. Michael Abrashoff. Reason I say it's such an interesting book is in 2 years, he took the USS Benfold from being one of the worst rated ships in the Pacific Fleet to #1. I want to give you a couple key takeaways I took from this book, even though I wrote 7 pages of notes. See your ship through the crew's eyes and listen aggressively. Another line, I love this line, trust is a kind of jujitsu. You have to earn it, and you can only earn it by giving it. So what he talked about a lot in the book was building trust by talking to the crew, building empathy, and learning to understand them through their eyes. And so there was a lot of listening, ton of listening. In fact, what I mean by that is also having crew come into his quarters to eat with him, going into the crew, going to eat with the crew, even taking an admiral to eat with the crew and listening. There's a great story in the book where an admiral sat with the crew, eating with the crew, and actually got more, he said, out of that than the 12 other visits he'd done that year, sitting with the officers in the upper levels. And his retention rate within 2 years went from 28% to 100%. And all this time, at the same time, with all these key takeaways, he actually reduced the budget on the ship from down to 75% of the original budget. So not only was he improving the readiness and getting all the awards, he actually cut the cost and cut money and saved money for the taxpayer. So he was a hero throughout throughout his admirals and his leaders and the generals, and so it really worked out well. If you'd like to talk with me more about books, I love to talk books. I'm always available. Please take a look at the contact information I have below. Just give me a shout. Love to have a conversation with you anytime.